Hello, my friends. I hope your day is great. First of all, my name is Beslin Petrus Amentais Tompul. I am from English Education K1. My student ID number is 20030500049. Here I will explain you about Chapter 5 Nonverbal Communication. First of all, what is nonverbal communication? Nonverbal communication is same as communication without words. Nonverbal communication is a process of communication through sending and receiving wordless messages. Nonverbal communication are those nonvocal symbols we often use unconsciously. The nonverbal communication, otherwise known as the silent language. Nonverbal communication can be powerful in expressing relationship or level meanings. Some call it the relationship language, three dimensions of relationship level meaning. First, responsives, second, liking, third, power. All depends on the rules of one culture. Nonverbal can repeat the verbal codes, complement that is match the verbal message, and accent or moderate that is to emphasize the verbal message. Function of nonverbal communication. To substitute for speech. Using nonverbal to substitute occurs when one does not use the verbal language. Types of nonverbal communication. First is body motion, gesture and body stance, face and eyes. The second is distance and territory, or distance or space and territory. No, the third is thoughts. No, the fourth is time. The fifth is paralanguage. Sixth is self-presentation. First, I will explain you about body motion. A. Gesture. Gesture include the movement of the parts of the upper torso, usually the hands. Often carried out consciously, different hand gestures help emphasize meanings and regulate interaction between or among participants. 1. Body motion. A. Body stance. Body stance or posture also plays a crucial role in communication. The way one carries his or her body and gesture. B. Facial expression. Facial expression also regulate interaction as they provide feedback and manage the flow of the communication process. The face displays numerous emotions. Body motion include gesture, eye movement, facial expression, and posture or body stance. The field that studies such movement is terminal kinesis. The second is distance and territory. A. Distance or space, used by people reveals the relationship that exists between and or among them. Generally, people use interpersonal or personal space. Interpersonal or personal space is a space that takes place when individuals converge and diverge depending on the relationship of the participant. The third is touch. Touch may indicate sociability and willingness to participate in the communication process such as handshakes, friendship, love, etc. The frequency of touch and range of touching behavior between persons indicate the intimacy of the relationship, while the infrequency or absence of such may show a lack of intimacy in a relationship. The fourth is time. Time depends greatly on culture. The way time is handled can express both intentional and unintentional messages. The way time is used reveals important function in communication. The fifth is paralanguage. The attributes of voice like audibility, pleasantness, dissonance, and correctness in pronunciation, flexibility, etc. help shape the meaning in oral communication. These attributes help in creating meaning. Paralanguage goes beyond the linguistic form of utterance. The sixth is self-presentation. Physical appearance and attractiveness can also be powerful communicators, as they indicate status. As Burkle Rothfuss 1985 states that in most cultures, physical appearance largely determines attractiveness, and those who are attractive are more likely to be considered as more intelligent, more persuasive, and more likable than unattractive ones. Self-presentation is also manifested through the object used and/or worn by individuals. Objects like clothing and jewelry can be means to allow others to know attitude, behavior, and even status. Here I will give you the example of nonverbal communication. A smile, thumbs up, OK sign, clapping, head movement, pointing with forefinger, eye contact, handshake, passing an object with one hand, etc. I will, gi- I will give you the explanation of power of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is the most powerful form of communication, more than voice or even words. Nonverbal communication helps to create your image in our mind, and even you can express your emotion and feelings in front of others, which you are unable to express in words. The example is eye contact. Eye contact, a key characteristic of nonverbal communication, expressed much without using a single word. In American culture, maintaining eye contact shows respect and indicates interest. Eye contact also establishes the nature of a relationship. Facial expression. Facial expression are the key characteristic of nonverbal communication. Your facial expression can communicate happiness, sadness, anger, or fear. Posture. Posture and how you carry yourself tells a lot about you. How you walk, you sit, stand, or hold your head not only indicate your current mood, but also your personality in general. For example, if you cross your arms while standing, you indicate that you may be closed off and defensive. Meanwhile, walking with your head down and avoiding eye contact with others may indicate shyness. I will give you explain about nonverbal communication around the world. Nonverbal communication in China. The Chinese don't like being touched by stranger, therefore don't make any body contact. Nonverbal communication around the world. Nonverbal communication in Argentina. A handshake and not so respect when greeting someone. In India, greeting with namaste, placing both hands together with slight bow is very common nonverbal communication and shows other respect. In United States of America, quite informal way of nonverbal communication, a handshake, a smile, and hello. There are many more examples of nonverbal communication around the world